Salutations, my Fallout lovers. It is Matty here today, bringing you a Fallout 4 wishlist video. Now, before anything, be sure to check out the link in the description of my previous video. That is a discussion on what Bethesda game deserves an HD remaster. Anyways, this series is created by your comments, so be sure to let me know in the comment section down below what you would like to see in the next installment of the Fallout franchise. If your comment is awesome enough, you will be featured along with two other commenters, just like Dreadnought. He says, to be honest, I really want good background theme music. I love just walking around in Fallout 3 and listening to the music in the background. Now, some of you may be thinking, well, we've discussed the soundtrack before. No. What he's talking about is ambient music. Now, what is the ambient music of Fallout? You may be asking yourself as well. It's basically the background you hear, the music you hear in the background of all my videos, or when you're walking around Fallout with the radio off. It's easily the best part about Fallout because E19, the guy who's been doing this for the entire Fallout franchise, is a master at setting the atmosphere with this ambient music, and I really want him to return and give us another amazing soundtrack because trust me when I say, people, it is an atmosphere setter and it will be used in videos to come, most certainly, which is why part of the reason I'm really excited for it. But I mean, just he is so good at what he does that especially when you listen to like Bethesda's most recent project, Skyrim. I don't think he did that, but you listen to Skyrim and that ambient music, it just gets you excited for how the music in Fallout's gonna evolve when it comes to just this ambient background music. So fantastic wish, Dreadnought, because everyone loves the ambient music in Fallout, and we all can agree that we'd love another great soundtrack. Anyways, moving on to the next wish from Samuel Barnes. He says, Matty, I just thought of a good replacement for fast traveling. In Skyrim, there are carriages, so maybe the merchants could connect the cart to the back of a Brahmin for the player to sit in and be transported around the wasteland. Now, this doesn't really sound like a wish, right? It sounds like more of a suggestion to a wish we made in the past, and I'm talking about in-game travel right now. I'm not talking about, for example, fast traveling, because I thought to myself about in-game travel, and I was thinking about Skyrim, and I remembered something from the first few days I had of Skyrim, was that obviously if you walk out in this open world, you gotta walk where you want to go. There's no fast travel. You gotta walk where you want to go. You gotta unlock these areas, and all of a sudden during the main quest, they're sending you all over to all these different corners of the map, and I'm thinking to myself, well, I mean, you know, I want to explore this game, but I don't want to walk from corner to corner. That seems absolutely ridiculous. And so I remember finding a horse and carriage and hopping on that and being able to kind of spread out across the map easier and kind of work my way down into the center, if you know what I mean, and kind of cover each map section by section. So I'm thinking that this would be an awesome feature to add into the game, like Samuel suggested, with the Brahmin, with the cart. It's a very realistic proposition. And being able to fast travel to different major cities or settlements, you should really call them, in the Fallout universe that we're going to be set in, because maybe that would actually be something that would work and allow us to not have to go from end to end to get somewhere. Instead, we can travel from this Brahmin cart to the top left corner of the map and then work our way over a little bit to our objective instead of doing all this walking. Now, don't get me wrong, exploration in Fallout is key, same with Elder Scrolls, but I'm just saying that this would kind of eliminate, with the, naturally the map is going to be huge, I'd imagine. This would kind of eliminate the kind of tedious long travels and then kind of getting distracted over and over and over and over. I know some people think that's a part of the charm, but I feel like this would kind of eliminate that for those who kind of just want to maybe go through the story right away. Anyways, moving on to the final wish from Zach Jackson. He says, hi, longtime fan, first time commenter. Welcome aboard. He says, one of the things that I've loved most about Fallout has been the mutants. I know there's a good chance that Fallout 4 could be more android-centric than mutant-focused, but I think new kinds of mutants or even diversifying the existing super mutants would be an amazing addition. In the older Fallout games, the super mutants' talking heads all had a very varied appearance, and I would love to see that in Fallout 4. And also, dare I say, cyborg super mutants? That would be awesome, first of all. But I agree, mutant variety is something that is always key to the success of a Fallout game, in my honest opinion. Each iteration of Fallout adds a new slew of mutants based off these different animals and how the FEV has transformed them, or sometimes even people, really. And it's really cool to see. And that's why I think it's so awesome going to all these different locations. And I would love for them to bump up the mutant variety and really give us some different ideas. But since it's android centric, you know, I think to myself, when I'm thinking of games, I don't like fighting robots this much, because I think to myself, it's gonna sound sadistic, but I like seeing people bleed in games. Oh god, that sounded awful. You get what I'm saying though, especially as a Fallout player. You love shooting the super mutant and watching his entire body just blow to bits, okay? Where you shoot a robot, you know, little panel flies off, that's about it. Don't get me wrong, don't mind shooting robots, but we all know that shooting things in Fallout that bleed is a million times better. So I think it would be awesome to add this variety of different super mutants, just mutants in general. It's kind of almost a shoo-in, I'd imagine, but it's still worth mentioning and kind of discussing amongst ourselves. But anyways, those are your 3 Fallout 4 wishes for the week. PAX East begins tomorrow. I will be away, so during the weekend you'll have a slew of videos. Don't worry. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave your thoughts in the comments down below on what you would like to see in the next installment of the Fallout franchise. Other than that, be sure to follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. Stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.